Oratio Imperata. God our Father, we come to you in our need to ask your protection against the 2019 and coronavirus that has claimed lives and has affected many. We pray for your grace for the people tasked with studying the nature and cause of this virus and its disease, and of stemming the tide of its transmission. Guide the hands and minds of medical experts that they may minister to the sick with competence and compassion, and of those governments and private agencies that must find cure and solution to this epidemic. We pray for those afflicted. May they be restored to health soon. Grant us the grace to work for the good of all and to help those in need. Grant this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, God forever and ever. Amen. Mary, help of all Christians, pray for us. Saint Raphael the Archangel, pray for us. Saint Roch, pray for us. Saint Lorenzo Ruiz, pray for us. Saint Pedro Calungsod, pray for us.
Everybody was preparing for 2020.
Business was actually very stable and very good.
March 15, nagko-contract signing pa ako. So, ang happy-happy namin. Then, nag-lockdown siya. Wala na kami magawa.
Nandyan na nga, balik sa simula.
We're supposed to have celebrated our 36 years, but because of the pandemic.
Dumarating na yung mga questions that you need answers on how to continue the business.
Tumigil yung oras. Parang tumigil yung mundo.
Nandyan ka, may pag-asa, dahan-dahan, sabay-sabay. Anumang pagsubok ng buhay, dahan-dahan tayo ay muling babangon. Tuloy-tuloy ang tulong, sabay din tayo muling susunod. Pwede pang mangarap ng bagong
we see this crisis as a very challenging one, but it's something that we have to persevere.
As entrepreneur, we have to be strong. My team has families also.
It took us a while to realize na kailangan lumaban na kailangan may gawin.
Konti-konti ulit para kami nag-uumpisa.
Well, I'm not going to be part of that 40% that will not survive, and that's it.
There's still a drop of life left in Maxi Mango, then I'm gonna hold on to that and I'm gonna keep it alive.
Basta't nandyan ka, may pag-asa, dahan-dahan, sabay-sabay.
Kaya gusto ko mag-reopen kasi nakita ko yung empowerment na nagawa nitong negosyong to.
Our clients are still there and we are still wanted.
But we're adjusting.
Sabay din tayo, muling susulong.
Na may customer nga na pumasok sa store, even just buying one mask na 35 pesos, it's like we dance for joy.
Yung namimiss mo yung nag-umpisa ka na, sana may bumili ng tinda ko, yun yung nafe-feel ko nung time na yon. Parang back to basic ako.
Doon mo mafe-feel na, okay, may pag-asa pala.
Sama ka, pwede pang
for the sake of the Filipinos. We just have to give it a fight, di ba?
But we are so positive that we will bounce back. Kailangan nating talunin tong pandemic na to.
Welcome to Atrica's Baksilog. We are now cooking.
Balik na mo, abli na mi.
True Blends and Shops to Go are now open.
Mula noon, lalo ngayon.
Laging mainit at laging masarap pa rin ang vodka. Tuloy po kayo.
Nail It is open. Tuloy na po kayo.
Tuloy po kayo. Welcome mga suki.
pwede pang maparap.
Incluyan natin sa Panginoon ko na pagpalain ng negosyo na ito, maging sentro nawa, okay, ng negosyo pagdating sa mga motor parts and bicycle parts.
The World Health Organization has addressed how particulate matter, or PM, puts our health at risk, and the invisible enemy that has been proven to be most damaging are ultrafine particles called PM1. Dust, smoke, bacteria and viruses, these belong to the PM1 category. When inhaled, they could penetrate the lungs, enter the bloodstream and cardiovascular system. It could even spread to other organs, potentially causing deadly diseases: heart attack, lung cancer, dementia, emphysema, edema. Prevent these illnesses by eliminating PM1 from the air you breathe. Introducing the UV Care Super Air Cleaner Pro, your reliable device that detects, filters, and gets rid of PM1 around you in real time. To trap and remove airborne pollutants, its advanced H13 medical-grade HEPA filter gets to work, providing the highest level of efficiency. With superior UVC technology, it can effectively kill bacteria and viruses before the purified air is released back to the environment. The UV Care Super Air Cleaner Pro offers one of the highest clean air delivery rates. At a high CADR of 650 cubic meters per hour, it cleans the air faster and is able to cover a large area. Provide safer and cleaner air with a Pro that can effectively eliminate airborne threats to our health. UV Care Super Air Cleaner Pro. Powerful, purifying performance.
As the new normal can yet not be defined, one question bothers most business owners. If customers are hesitant to visit your store, where do you sell your products? The answer is simple: on your online store. Presenting Union Bank Linker Store, an e-commerce store builder that enables you to create your own e-store and sell your products online. Linker Store is a complete do-it-yourself solution. Create your store in 5 easy steps, right from a customized website domain and template to inventory management, payment gateway, and integrated delivery options. It gives you everything that you need to grow your business online. Sign up on Union Bank Global Linker. Come to create your own e-store and take your business to the next level.
We often ask, what's the story of your food? You step back and think of a great story to tell about your food. And sometimes
there are a lot of tools out there, online and digital technologies that can actually help your work a lot easier.
So I guess it starts with honestly 0 pesos. So it's purely labor effort. So it's a starting point, creating a web page on top of a platform.
Welcome to Globe My Business Academy. Today, I'd like to share with you tips and tricks on how to make your hotel a success.
Part of the services we offer are travel business workshops as well, because we want to help travelpreneurs, aspiring travelpreneurs out there start their own business?
I guess the business taxes, right? And then you have your withholding tax, which is basically your payer withholding taxes on your behalf. Yeah. So,
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection. As we do all we can to offer technology that is always solid and reliable, we never lose sight of our brand of personalized customer service. It's a connection that is both high-tech and high-touch. That's our strong connection. We are Eastern Communications.
Do you need help with your online events? We are here for you. We have organized series of webinars with over 6,000 views and 30,000 reach. We have worked with organizations and companies and helped them pivot to virtual events. We also launched the mother of all billboards in EDSA with TOOH. And we can design marketing collaterals for your social media postings. We believe in collaborations and partnerships. We are looking forward to serving you. We are here for you. PMCM Events Management, your #1 event management and marketing partner.
Magandang umaga, Pilipinas at buong mundo. Welcome to our BUYanihan Forum. This is Jeff Chua, one of your hosts for this morning. And we are so excited dahil napakaganda ng topic this morning. Anyway, ang BUYanihan Forum is an online business show that features discussion on how we can help MSMEs to recover from this period of crisis. So, happy episode 9 of Season 3 to our audience, micro, small, and medium entrepreneurs, the corporate members of AFFI, sa lahat ng retailers, and to all our buyers and sellers online. Our episode today is all about resilience of one of my most favorite airline, AirAsia. So yan, marami tayong matutunan this morning. I'm quite sure this will be an information that will really be helpful to all of us. So how did they pivot? Yun po yung ating malalaman this morning. Alamin natin yan mula sa ating master resource person from AirAsia. Mamaya papakilala namin. But for the meantime, pakilala ko lang muna yung aking kasamahan dito for this morning who will help me handle this show. Jaypee, are you there?
Hi, Sir Jeff. Good morning sa mga viewers natin. Magandang umaga po. Kamusta kayo, Sir Jeff? I'm doing okay.
Alright, tuloy-tuloy lang naman ang pagsacycle. Alam mo naman, JP, nasa bike and motorcycle tayo. Tuloy-tuloy lang. How's the, ngayon, yung milk tea business? By the way, JP, ang dami nang pupunta sa malls, ha? There are a lot of good news.
Yes, napakadaming ang good news ngayon na nagkaroon tayo ng relaxation sa mga natin, sa mga ating mga customers, So ngayon, okay ang sales, tumataas, and of course, milk tea is there to stay. Yes, palaging hinahanap yan, hindi na pwedeng mawala di ba?
Yesterday, I was at the biggest mall na ating favorite. Nakita ko nga, gumaganda na yung foot count. Kaya there's a lot of good news. There are still challenges, di ba, Sir JP? But there are a lot of good news din. No? It's a matter of focus, di ba? Like ngayon, ang ganda ng topic natin today, di ba?
Napakaganda nga. Excited na ako lalo na sa ating special guest mamaya.
Oo, yung ating favorite na airline company, no? Lahat tayo, wish natin makalipad na uli. Kaya I'm quite sure.
Miss ko na nga.
once mag-open up na lahat, I'm quite sure everybody will be flying, will be enjoying the sightseeing and everything, right? So we will remain hopeful. And nakita
Yes.
naman natin, when I visited the mall, sabi ko, dahan-dahan ang mga Filipino na na-overcome na yung fear of the virus. We just have to protect ourselves, right? And mamaya
Yes,
yata,
tama.
mamaya yata, Sir Jaypee, may product kayong i-introduce, di ba, that can help in fighting the virus.
Yes, oo. Sa unboxing segment natin, actually, pinaka-favorite ko yun dahil lagi ko rin ginagamit yung kanyang produkto. So later on, malaki kilala natin.
Alright, good. So, let's proceed na, Sir Jaypee, dahil alam ko maraming nanonood ngayon and it's a busy morning, but I'm quite sure it's gonna be worthwhile tuning in because just imagine the head of AirAsia will be with us in a little while to know more what is happening with AirAsia. So it's gonna be exciting. So, for the meantime, ito napaka-importante sa akin, Sir Jaypee. Closest to my heart because I'm also an HR person towards the end of my career. I was part of HR. Mahalaga makakuha tayo ng tips and these are provided by expert, di ba? By an expert. So, for free natin makukuha dito sa ating Bayanihan Forum. So, let me introduce to you our HR tip for today, di ba? May I introduce Sir Enrique Pablo Caeg. Siguro maganda malaman ninyo kung sino ba siya. He is a professional coach for ICF whose focus is on business coaching. Currently, he is a business and HR consultant for various companies in the retail, food, and manufacturing industries. His professional expertise is in the areas of human resources, organizational development, sales and operations, and marketing. From his 20 years of working, he has served in various capacities, rising from the rank from junior marketing assistant to sales and marketing head, general manager, and as human resources director. So let's welcome on stage Sir Eric Caeg to give us today's HR tips.
Thank you, Sir Jeff, and good morning to you as well, Sir JP. Good morning to everyone who's tuning in to BUYanihan Forum. All right, thank you for that introduction. So let me share my screen quickly. Rain, are you okay? All right. Okay, So today, I would like to share with you something different. For the last 5 episodes, I've shared with you matters directly relating to HR. Today, I'll be sharing with you something related to leadership. This is forte namin to ni Sir Jeff, no? Right, Sir Jeff? So in an organization, we are looking at our leaders, especially during this time of pandemic and other crises. We are looking at our leaders to pave the way, to manage us, to lead us, to make us stable, regain our confidence. And we will ask, what does it take to become a leader? And I'll share with you some tips. What are the competencies that leaders should have? So here in the screen, we have 3 leadership skills, basic things that our leaders should be able to have in them. So number 1 is the technical skills. So this is the ability to use the knowledge, techniques, and equipments necessary to perform their specific tasks. And these skills are acquired through experience or education. So ano ba yung skills na yun? So pag sabi natin, managing a task, solving a problem, decision-making, managing people, okay, strategic thinking, all of these skills, certain technical and theoretical knowledge or information regarding a task. So for example, if I'm an accounting manager, I should be able to know the latest trends in accounting. Okay, if I'm a marketing manager, I should be able to adapt myself towards the new technologies that are out there, especially during this pandemic, that marketing individually or using the traditional media has transformed to digital. Okay, so out of home has even been affected. So, you know, some of them have pulled out placements. Now they're going back. If I'm a marketing manager, what should be that skills that I should own today? Okay, so these are the technical skills that every leader should have. Every person in authority roles should possess. The technical skills would involve knowing what type of materials and machines to use and what type of processes or methods they should be applying. So ngayon, alam natin, nagbago ang landscape ng business. Definitely, workflow has already been altered. Therefore, the leaders and the managers are able to craft a new one. Alam nyo, in the middle of this pandemic, the word pivot and business continuity plan have cropped up, and most of our leaders hurriedly, they have to revise their numbers, they have to revise their plans, and moving towards the best 2 months of the year, which is what we call Christmas or holiday season to most of us. Paano ba natin ito malilid ang ating enterprise towards making the most of Christmas? So dapat by now, no, it's already 7 months. We're out of that anxiety mode. We're already going to the growth zone, as Dr. Carol Dweck intensified in her growth mindset, no, from fear to learning. Now we're supposed to go into that growth and moving towards 2021, and hopefully we'll see the vaccine towards 2021. Our leaders will be able to stabilize the businesses that were disrupted during this pandemic. So next is the people skills. So it's the ability to work with and through people, having an understanding of how to, ito yung mga roles, no? Motivate, facilitate, coordinate, communicate, influence, and achieve buy-in. During these 7 months, something that was altered in our workplace is when half of our workforce, or in fact, for the first 60 days, everybody was sent home. So we were trying to grapple how to communicate with our team. And when June came, the GCQ was implemented. It was allowed that 50% goes to work, 50% goes to home. So you work from home, people were actually trying to identify how to make it work for them. And for those leaders who were used to, no, sanay sila na ang kausap nila harapan, yung ka-meeting nila, kaharap nila, nung umpisa nagkaroon ng struggle. Because, number one, hindi ito yung mode of communication natin. So it was easier to coordinate, to meet face to face, more so motivate people. Eh ngayon, mga tao, kalahati ng workforce na sa bahay, some of them may be anxious, motivating them, you know, making that user experience is something of a challenge. So right now, leaders should be able to quickly adapt on how to maneuver, navigate your teams doing online meetings. So sabi nga natin, ano, may Zoominar, may Zoom meeting, lahat na Zoom ang umpisa. There's Google Meet and other applications that we can use. In fact, for most of my friends, they'll be telling me, ito palang work from home is even more toxic than actually working physically in our offices. So there, people skills that you now know and understand the predicament of your peers, of your co-workers who are either at work, either yung boss ay nasa bahay o yung peers ang nasa trabaho, or baliktad. I know one company where the management team, the family owners, come to office after 5 when all of their workers are already out. Okay, so baliktad. They communicate with their team during the day, but then again, they go actually to the office after 5:30. So they spend the rest of their afternoon and early evenings until 7:30 or 8 in the office. Kasi nga, there was once an example where an entire office was affected just because yung isa pumasok asymptomatic pala. So this is how to manage our people today during this time of pandemic. And the third skill is conceptual skill, the ability to understand the overall organization and interrelationships among departments and divisions. It is to have that sense of ownership and understand myself as gatekeeper of integrity. So ano ba yung conceptual skill? Kalimitan, alam natin, ang identity natin in an organization is defined by our title and role, and that role is defined by our job description. Now, some have been confused towards this pandemic because sabi natin kanina, it altered the business, so it altered all process. So ano na kami ngayon? Di ba? Especially those who were kumbaga, nagpahinga, in couple of months. Then ngayon, nagre-resume. Dole has allowed temporary layoff, but the maximum of 6 months. Then after 6 months, whether they're going to be out or in, if they're in, what am I going to do now? Okay, so ano na bang ownership ko? Am I still the GM? Am I still the marketing manager? Am I still the marketing assistant? Am I still the messenger? What are we going to do? So the advice here is, number one, well, who you were before the pandemic, that's still who you are today. Now, expanded role, expanded mindset is that we are not in a normal situation. So kung dati, we are requesting people to understand the reason why there's need to multitask. Today, we need everyone in the workplace to understand that it's not normal. You may not be receiving your bonuses. You may not be having physical Christmas parties like before. But then again, your leaders will have to prepare for something new, a new experience that will keep your spirit and fire burning for the company. You maintain that confidence so that when we enter 2021, I'm already advocating entering 2021. That's why I'm pushing for these leadership skills today, because November, December will quickly pass. Next time we know it, we're doing this podcast in 2021 of January, and it's already a beginning of a new starting line. So for everyone, all of us in the MSME planet, and even for the large companies, everyone who's listening us today, let's look what we can do today while it's still last chapter of 2020 in terms of reshaping how we do things at the workplace, starting with the people in the enterprise, from below up to the ones in the leadership position. Remember, as John Maxwell said, there's no such thing as leadership as a position or role. Everybody is a leader, kahit kung sino yung pinaka nasa ilalim ng enterprise. So there you have it, Sir Jaypee and Sir Jeff. That's all my tips for today. As far as the HR and OD tips, this is Eric Caeg, na bumabati po ng magandang araw sa ating lahat, and I'll stay with you in a while and to welcome our other guests. Thank you very much. Stay safe. God bless. Stay well.
That tips, ang ganda ng mga tips niya, Sir Jaypee. Puno ng
Galing.
And
tama, Sir Jeff.
Sir Eric,
Hi, Sir Jeff.
yung ano mo, yung tips mo, lalo na yung reminding all of us to be agile, yung pag-adapt. Based from your insight right now, based from what your observation, how are we doing po yung mga Filipino companies? Kasi we all know globally, there's a lot of challenges. But sa Pilipinas, from your expert view, how are we doing? Are we adapting that fast?
Okay, Sir Jeff, I'll start with the ground where we are, no, in the MSME category, or in the MSME planet. Yesterday, I just facilitated sa ating Go Negosyo, and there were 3 mentees who are now mentors. They're from Osamis, and the other one's from Cebu. And I'm happy to tell you, with the micro enterprises, they're gung-ho. I even teased them, ano bang plano nyo for Christmas? May mga promo ba dyan? Una na, tumatawa, ayaw sabihin. Sabi ko, give them a tip on how you're gonna do a promo for Christmas. Because, and you know, alam ko meron eh. So talagang, nung shinare nila yung mga promo for the next 2 months, sabi ko, yan, ako, audience, may narinig kayo. So, why am I showing that example for micro? Because if a micro enterprise is getting into holiday season as prepared, I would conclude that the medium and the bigger companies are as prepared to embrace November and December with much confidence versus than what we had 5-7 months ago. No? So kumbaga, yung mga kasama natin sa industriya natin, sa micro and small, ready, gung-ho. Natutuwa ako sa kanila. Iba-iba yung industriya. Yung isa doing silly, you know, and you know, sa lahat ng silly, ito yung intelligent eh. So, you know, I could just vouch for these 3 guests yesterday because it depicts a picture for the small ones are strategizing as well, and they are confident. I know globally there are a lot of news that, you know, it'll take a while. It takes somewhere middle of 2021. But tayo, we're in the ground of operations. And yeah, we are influenced by global economics, global situations. But being on the ground, it doesn't stop us from moving. Okay, so there, everyone, I can say everyone because in the planet of our group sa MSME, I believe some were affected. Most of us were affected. Some have pivoted. Some have iba nagbawas ng branches. Pero palagay ko, ang isang swerte na masasabi ko, Sir Jeff, Sir JP, yung nagsara at least sa grupo natin, parang hindi pa lalagpas o hindi aabot sa 10 daliri ng kamay ko.
Nice.
At yan, pinagpapasalamat ko na malaman na sa grupo natin, sabi ko sa'yo, madami na apektuhan but they're still alive today.
Good. Thank you for the good news and insights. For this segment, I'll pass this time kay Sir JP kasi there are some great products, no, na tugma-tugma for the new normal. So Sir JP, take it away.
Take it away.
Okay, all right po. For our next part po, for our reseller segment, ang ating guest po today ay si Marivic Olegario po. Ano po siya, dati po siyang banker for 19 years until she thought of establishing po ang paborito kong brand na Momilo Mio Food Ventures po noong 2010 to revive po an old-time favorite cheese pie which her mother-in-law used to bake po and sell in the 80s. Alam niyo po yung the term na Momilo Mio is an alliteration made by Ma Victoria which means my mom-in-law in honor of her very own mother-in-law, si Annie Olegario. Now, in the 80s and 90s po, the cheese pie was distributed all over Metro Manila, such as school, offices, and hospital canteens, supermarkets, gasoline stations, sari-sari stores, until it weakened po and diminished in early 2000 due to mismanagement and poor marketing strategies. But in 2010, by doing some research, mentoring from successful business owners, and attending po business seminars, Ma Victoria was able to set up Momilo Mio Food Ventures to revive the cheese pie business. Now po, she redeveloped the old and original recipe of cheese pie, enhanced the packaging, and exposed the product to places where it could be found by the old customers and the same attract new customers. Thus, she was able to bring the product to a new level of market. Now, at present, Momilo Mio Food Ventures has established a good market in the malls through her weekend bazaars, restaurants, coffee shops, specialty stores, the pasalubong stores, resellers, and online. Now, she has developed other baked products such as the cookies, cakes, and other pastries. Now, she runs po her business with 17 employees who helps her in the production, sale, and logistics. At present, Ma Victoria is able to distribute Momilo Mio products not only in Metro Manila but to the different provinces in the country. Let me now call on our guest, Marivic of Momilo Mio. Hi, Miss Marivic. How are you? Hi, Miss Marivic. Good morning. I think naka-mute po yung mic. Hi!
Good morning, Jaypee.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Yes, I'm good. I'm good naman.
Yes, it's nice to see you again. If after a very long time, we met. Tagal na, no? Yes. Hi, Miss Marivic. Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties.
Good morning. Yes, good morning.
I think naka-mute po yung... Hi.
Basta't nandyan ka, may pag-asa, dahan-dahan sa...
Kailangan nating talunin itong pandemic na to.
Kailangan lumaban na kailangan may gawin.
I'm not going to be part of that 40% that will not survive, and that's it.
Muling susulong, pwede pang mangarap.
There's still a drop of life, then I'm gonna hold on to that and I'm gonna keep it alive.
Even just buying one mask na 35 pesos, it's like we dance for joy.
Kung nag-umpisa ka na, sana may bumili ng tinda ko, parang back to basic ako.
Doon mo ma-feel na, okay, may pag-asa pala.
For the sake of the Filipinos, we just have to give it a fight, di ba?
Pwede pang para.
Hello. Sir JP,
Hi, Sir
mukhang
Jeff.
may konti tayong tech issues dyan. Ano? Mamaya, we'll wait for ang ating masipag na si Ma'am Camille, no, to give us an update kung how's our guest. For the meantime, Sir JP, baka gusto natin batiin muna yung mga nanonood ngayon umaga.
Yes, so let's do a shout out kay Jazz Mamorno. Hi, watching from Quezon City. Hello, I'm also from Quezon City. Saan ka dito? Hi.
So meron pa dito si Arlene AG watching from QC. Hello, si Liza, and meron pa dito Sir JP, si Jocelyn Panduwit Duco. Yung sa mga nanonood, please tell us your name and where you are where are you watching from. And probably, no, Sir JP, maganda rin kung if they can share with us kung ano rin yung mga learnings sila this morning.
Yes, I think mas maganda nga yun, Sir Jeff.
So, Sir JP, baka meron pa bang nag-comment? You wanna read out some of them?
Yes, hello, si Karina watching from QC. Kanina nakita ko si Grace watching daw from Mandaluyong. Shoutout ko nga pala yung branch ng Rite sa Coronado, Mandaluyong. Good morning sa inyo.
Hello!
Nanonood daw sila ngayon. Okay, we have Menard Portento watching from QC. Aba, ang daming taga QC, Sir Jeff,
Oo nga eh.
Okay, we have Eliza Merhilia watching from Quezon City. Ang dami yan, puro Quezon City. Here we have Wujong. Good morning, Sir Jeff, Sir Eric, and Sir Jaypee watching from San Juan. Good morning po sa inyo, Sir Wujong. Ayan. Now we have si Lesna Lyric watching from Imus, Cavite. And by the way pala, Sir Jeff, meron tayong announcement ngayon. Napakaganda ng bagong event natin ngayon. At Miss Camille, I think pwede po natin i-flash. Ang ating announcement for today po, no? Okay po. Ngayon po na pandemic, the pandemic has changed your business model. Need ideas or your small business can bounce back and prepare for the future. Join po on November 5, 4 p.m. po at the very first Cisco Executive Series, Navigating the Shift. Let's build a leaner, stronger business together with the resources speaker, ang ating presidente, si Sir George Winike, si Sir Carlo, Sir Jerry, Sir Mitch, and si Ma'am Carrie, and of course, hosted by RJ Ledesma po. And we also have this coming November also, si Affinity 2020, Soaring High in Disruptive Times. This is on November 11. Please save the date. That's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is a live po, virtual summit. For more information po, you may contact Ms. Tin Navila at programs@affi.com.ph or you may call her po at 0915-856-8663. This is a partnership opportunities available po. Ito po yung link. May kita nyo po. Dito po pala. Ayan, may kita nyo po siya. Okay, and also we have po yung Bayanihan Reseller Virtual Trade Expo. This will be happening po on November 28 to 30, 2020. Ang ating mga sponsors po, the Philippine Stars, PLDT Ka-Asenso, and of course, ang ating association, AFFI Empowering Entrepreneurs, Go Negosyo, Women's Business Council, and of course, Philippine Marketing Association. Ayan po, very excited na ako. Ang dami nating events na ka-line up, Sir Jeff, this coming November. Full pack tayo.
Galing. Grabe, active na uli. By the way, JP, pa-remind lang natin yung mga viewers natin na please share this, etong FB Live natin para rin marami rin matutunan yung mga ibang mga friends ninyo. And also, Sir JP, may mga products kang i-unbox, right? And ang maganda, may matutunan pa sila about AirAsia. So, please like and share this FB Live. Please share and share. Please remember, knowledge is power, right? So, Sir JP, I think we are ready for an unboxing. You might wanna do it now, di ba?
Yes. Okay. Now, let's go po to our unboxing segment. Actually, siya po ang Sales and Marketing Director po of Intech Group Innovations Corp. Let me introduce to you Miss Carol Chuaying of UV Care.
Hello everyone. Good morning, Jaypee.
Hi Miss Carol. Long time no see. How are you? Very beautiful pa rin po kayo today.
Oo. Kasi natutunan na ako, nag-i-improve na ako because of this regular guestings that I am privileged to be invited. So merong nag-suggest I should buy a mic. Yan, naka-mic na ako.
Wow, level up, upgraded.
Oo nga, kaya nag-i-improve as we go along. So every day is a new learning and you improve yourself. Yan yung natutunan ko while I'm guesting, being invited as a guest.
Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Carol, for always being here po sa Bayanihan Forum po natin.
How are you?
Yes, and I heard, Ms. Carol, meron tayong i-unbox today. Ano po ba yung ating i-unbox ngayon?
Yes. So thank you again for having
Okay po, I think we are having some technical difficulties po, Ma'am Camille.
Hello, hi.
Yes, hi, Ma'am Carol. Ayan.
Yeah, I know. Most important thing I think we all learned during this pandemic is really gaano ka-importante yung health natin, yung safety ng tao. Kaya nga, nagkaroon talaga ng shutdown because the government really is very concerned what happens to each of the people. So they really find a way to prevent the spread of the virus. So that's why they're setting in protocols. So that's why we're so blessed that we have UV Care, this product that is able to really help and provide that safety, protection, and assurance to eliminate yung mga viruses that would really attack yung health natin. So one of the good news today that we want to share and unbox is our latest product. Actually, we just parang released this month. This is the UV Care Desktop Air Purifier.
Wow.
So yeah. So, naman, James, diba? I'm sure ikaw, very concerned tayo every time we go out or nasa bahay tayo or nandyan ka sa area mo, workplace, is how clean or how safe is the air we breathe.
Yes, oo, tama, Miss Carol.
So right now, with the UV Care Desk Air Purifier, actually, the good news about it, it's small but it is powerful. Why is that so? So I'll show you the actual product. So this is how it looks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's small, but it's very
wow,
cute.
napakaganda.
Diba? Sobrang modern ng design niya. And it's really, it can really be, placed anywhere kahit if it can be a parang it's a piece of decoration then that you can put at home, but functional siya because it really cleans your air. So the function of the UV Care Desk Air Purifier, it actually can clean an area within 10 square meters. So like ako right now here in the area where I'm doing my unboxing, naka-on siya. So katabi ko siya ngayon and naka-on siya. So I'm not afraid na hindi ako mag-mask or naka-face shield. Kasi parang protected ako while I'm doing this live unboxing without mask. So if you have an area in your office or cubicle, you have your own, diba right now a lot of people are working from home. So you have also area na where you stay or mga homeschooling moms, ganyan. Parang this is a perfect product that you can put. And actually, sa mga restaurants, pwede din like if you have mga tables, diba normally, uso yung fish, parang yung acrylic
barrier, yes.
If you put something like this in your mga establishments and businesses, kasi right now, diba, gusto mo naman din talaga to encourage people to go to your stores and not be afraid to stay. So yeah, if you have, so it's so practical to also parang put it there as a reminder of people how your store is also parang preventing yung spread of airborne diseases. So I will talk about Jaypee, yung mga features and functions nitong desk air purifier.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so first of all, the UV Care desktop air purifier actually comes with an H13 HEPA filter. So yung H13 HEPA filter, it's actually a medical grade filter that really traps the smaller fine particles. So yung mga maliliit and invisible na particles that na-i-inhale natin and pupunta siya sa lungs and nakaka-damage, yun kaya niyang i-trap ng H13 HEPA filter. So yan yung talagang
galing small but terrible.
Yeah, high grade. And then aside from that, this also has a carbon filter, so it also traps yung mga smoke. So pag nag-spray tayo, di ba, like right now, lagi tayong nag-alcohol. So actually, may mga fumes din yon na ini-emit. Di ba, may scent yung alcohol na yon. So it also, instead of, it is suspended in the air, tinatrap ng UV Care desktop air purifier yung mga ganong fumes. So instead of nabibreathe natin, it can actually damage our lungs. Also, this comes with photocatalytic oxidation. Paano na?
Ang haba, Miss Carol. Ano po ba yun?
Okay, so yan. What is a photocatalytic oxidation? It actually eliminates as small as 0.001 microns. Ganun na talaga siya katindi. As in, ganun kaliit. And then, last but not the least, this also has the UVC technology, which parang pag dumadaan airborne viruses and bacteria, nasi-sterilize na. So, it really purified air in our environment. So, this is the UV Care desktop air purifier. And actually, we have a promo. So every time you buy this now, up to October 31, you get a UV Care pocket sterilizer. And this is only 7,995.
Ay, very affordable siya, Miss Carol. Question pala, Miss Carol. Siyempre, yung sa gano'ng kalaki yung kaya niyang i-coverage na area na i-purify?
This can cover up to 10 square meter area. Tsaka Jaypee, diba right now, a lot of people is really planning to do Airbnb. Parang nakikita ko nag-open everybody's itching. Tama-tama pagpasok ni Sir Ricky about, the travel, because everybody's really itching to travel. So if you're going on a trip, since it's so lightweight, here kaya kung hawakan in the hand, you can just you can bring this with you so that when you travel and when you go elsewhere, if you stay in a hotel or you book a villa, or you have some place that you want to go and visit, you can just actually bring this with you and you'll feel safer because parang you want to be in a place also that you'll enjoy, have a good time, but at the end of the day, it's also safe. So this is parang tamang-tama, because people are starting to think about going out of town, or going on a trip. So this can be your travel body na.
Tama. The new travel body natin.
May plus point pa pala to, kasi this can actually be used for your car. So you just need to buy an adapter na i-connect mo lang siya. Tapos pwede mo rin siyang gamitin habang nagda-drive ka. So meron nung parang converter that you can actually buy and plug in and put in your car. So So this is really very functional and very practical. And so it's really a wonderful gift then if you're thinking for something, what to give for Christmas and to your family. Diba? Parang it's best to give something that will really benefit them and will keep them healthy and protected. So this is the UV Care desktop air purifier that we want, and we're excited to share. Actually, dito lang kami nag-unbox na, kaya
wow, thank you.
So sobrang, it's a good opportunity for us to share and let people know about the product and its benefits. So Jaypee.
Now po, Ma'am Cara po, for our viewers po, where can they buy po the latest air purifier from UV Care?
Okay, so this is available at www.uvcare.net. So we have website that you can buy online. And then also, kasi since yun nga, the stores are open up, UV Care products are actually available sa baby company. We're also available at Keys Hardware. We have also mga parenting emporium. This we have mga resellers din. So actually, UV Care is open for mga resellers as well. And
Wow! Open na kayo for resellers and distributorship. Nice. Ang galing po, Ma'am Carol. Ano. And then of course po, yung si UV Care po sa mga ating mga viewers po, ano, sila po yung nakikita ninyo sa SM malls. Kung makikita niyo po yung sa escalators, sila po yun, si UV Care.
So it's good that we're trusted and we're actually trusted by a lot of the companies. And we're also tested by most of the laboratories and hospitals here. So you're guaranteed that whenever you buy a UV Care product, it underwent that thorough test and it really has that quality and performance.
Yes, thank you so much po, Ma'am Carol of UV Care for the unboxing segment natin ngayon at pinaka-latest na product ng UV Care, ang air purifier nila, na Desk Air Purifier.
Correct.
Now po, yes, now let me call on po my co-host po, Sir Jeff, are you there?
Hello, Sir Jaypee. Thank you for helping us unbox that great product. Tugman-tugma sa panahon ngayon, di ba, Sir Jaypee?
Tama-tama. Napakaganda.
Lalong-lalo na palagi. Lalong-lalo na palagi tayo nasa bahay. Kaya we have to make sure, di ba, may mga ganun tayong gadgets. So, Sir Jaypee, we're gonna proceed with the main topic for the meantime. While we are fixing the technical issue with our other guests. Would that be fine, Sir Jaypee?
Yes, that would be great. Take it away, Sir Jeff.
All right, alam mo, Sir Jaypee, I'm so privileged and honored to introduce to you our speaker for this morning because the brand that he represents is a brand that I am so in love with. Ano? Dahil in my past family vacations for the past few years, except ito lang, nag-pandemic I always choose AirAsia, right? Diba? Mantakin mo, affordable, they have affordable services. At the same time, these are cool products, di ba? So, saan ka ba naman nakakita ng gano'n na you get to their airlines, it's so cool, di ba? Ang ganda ng kanilang services, and they are very, very reliable. And we are so privileged to have here with us, mamaya papakilala ko, the topic that he will be talking about is the resilience of AirAsia. How are they pivoting? So we are honored to introduce to you our speaker. This is a long profile, but it is worth sharing with you kung ano yung kalidad ng kanilang top leader. He is none other than Ricardo Ricky Isla. He joined AirAsia as CEO for the Philippines in July 2019. He is a graduate from Ateneo de Manila University with a degree in business management, and is one of the top 5 graduates of Asian Institute of Management's Basic and Advanced Management Program. Ricky has over 40 years experience in domestic and global operations, including retail and sales distribution, business development, marketing and innovation, and general management across diverse industries such as telecommunications, property development, and consumer and retail companies. Prior to AirAsia, Ricky worked with PLDT Global Corporation Incorporated, one of the Philippines' major telecommunications provider. Here, he spent over a decade leading the expanding customer base, specifically telecommunications companies, retail distributors, private corporations, and government agencies serving the Filipino communities. He also led the company in expanding its retail presence in several regions, Asia and the Pacific, North America and the Middle East and Europe. In addition to his most recent role as regional head of operations for the UK and Europe, Ricky held general manager position in PLDT's international retail business in the US, Italy, and Singapore. We are so privileged to have him this morning to talk about the resilience of AirAsia. May I call on Sir Ricky on the floor?
Hi Jeff, magandang
Hello
umaga
po.
po. Hi Jaypee. I'm so honored to be with you here in this session. Magandang umaga
Thank
po.
you, Sir Ricky. I know you're busy. Thank you for spending time with us. AirAsia is a great band. We are so excited to have you, and I think you're gonna share some things to us, right?
Yes, yes. This week has been very busy. As a matter of fact, we just launched before our sweeper flights in Jensen and Zamboanga. Finally, AirAsia has already counted these two big cities, Jensen and Zamboanga, as part of our commercial domestic destinations. So again, marami pong salamat. Bayanihan team, Bayanihan, for having me. Marami pong salamat. It's a pleasure to join you all this very informative session, and I'm very honored to speak in behalf of AirAsia and the aviation industry. Actually, we're called the ACAP, or Air Carriers Association of the Philippines, of which at present AirAsia is the chairman company. Just a bit about AirAsia. AirAsia is a leading travel and financial platform company in Asia Pacific, providing air transport, travel, and lifestyle services, as well as financial services. Remember, it's airasia.com. No, it's beyond an airline. We fly to over about 150 to 160 destinations with our wide network. We are recognized for our world-class performance. We have been awarded for 11 consecutive years, up to 2019, as the World Travel Awards leading low-cost airline. Actually, Jeff, this is like the Oscar Awards of airline industry. AirAsia has been embarked on a transformation journey to become more than just an airline, with our recent launch of, as I mentioned earlier, the airasia.com mobile app. There is no doubt that aviation industry has been severely impacted or affected by the current pandemic. In fact, it was one of the first industries that felt the effects of COVID as a global risk, disrupting airline operations early this year. So you'll remember that March 20, nag-lockdown po tayo. And even before that, Taal Volcano, January, may mga 2 to 3 days lockdown po tayo dyan. Parang practice lang po yun. According to a report by the International Air Transport Association, or IATA, 2020 has been the worst year in the history of aviation across the globe. Airlines are affected to record negative operating income this year. The demand for travel has significantly declined. And according to IATA, the industry is affected to lose about 84.3 billion. To lose about 84.3 billion this year. In Asia Pacific region, passengers demanded fell by about 50 to about 55% compared to last year. Asia Pacific was the first region to feel the brunt of the crisis and is also expected to post the biggest loss this 2020 during as per IATA. Now let's go to the Philippines aviation. Local carriers all had to adjust based on our directives from national and local governments. So there was an interplay between local and the LGUs. However, on a more positive note, the recovery of airlines and the tourism industry in general is predicted to pick up towards the end of this year. Perfect timing dito po sa Philippines, yung tinatawag nating back to our families, mga balikbayans are expected. Okay, so let's focus more on the domestic markets. Based on forecast, there will be more travelers on short and medium haul travel across the world. That's about 1 to about 3 to 4 hours traveling time, allocating around 2.8 million seats globally available towards the end of the year. For AirAsia, prior to hibernation, we were operating 1,140 flights per week, flying to 27 destinations from using our 24 aircrafts. Currently, we gradually resume services based on official LGU directives and international directives. Initially operating 12 routes, utilizing only 7 aircrafts on our first month of returning to the skies. Since then, we have been making adjustments to our services and operations based on new developments and in coordination with partners in the government. One thing we were picked to do was to adopt a multi-layered approach, especially on safety. These are designed to perform contactless transactions. No? So immediately, once you go to the airport, we would like to provide safe, affordable, and convenient experience for our guests. We have made developments and improvements to our passengers' journey, including stringent health and safety protocols, as well as digital solutions, or what we call the contactless transactions. For example, using QR codes of flight bookings from mobile devices and printed boarding documents. Guests only need to check in online. Remember, mag-online na lang po tayo. Pag hindi ho sanay, pagpaturo ho tayo. No? And this actually is very important so that when you fly, when you go to the airport, pagpasok po ninyo, dala-dala nyo na po yung inyong QR. We also learn to communicate technical but very relevant information to our guests, such as the use of high-efficiency particulate air filters in our in-flight. Sa aircraft po namin, lahat po ng aming aircrafts ng AirAsia na Airbus ay gumagamit po ng HEPA filters. These filters purify the air every 2 to 3 minutes. No? Umiikot po, okay? It sucks from the bottom, the new air coming from the top. These filters are similar to those equipped in hospitals. For example, ito po yung mga tinatawag nating 99.9% disinfecting the air. Okay? That disinfects, including viruses, including COVID po. However, surviving this crisis meant being more informative, or I would say innovative in our operations. While commercial flights have not reached pre-COVID levels, we have shifted our focus to other sources of demand. So this is how we actually refocus our business. Number one, ang laking tulong po ng chartered, like for example, repatriation, cargo of PPEs, to bring home Filipinos to their hometowns and transport cargo such as essential equipment and supplies to and from different parts of the country. Our operations are now heavily geared towards relief efforts to assist those in need. To date, we have flown almost like 1,000, more than 1,000 of chartered flights, bringing home almost about 50 to 60,000 Filipinos and transporting about 1 to 1.5 kilograms of cargo. All these efforts were in close coordination with various government agencies, airport authorities, local government units, foreign embassies, as well as our friends from the private sector. Tulong-tulong po yan. No? On our road to recovery, okay, we are pleased that we're to share with you that air travel has been picking up. Ang bilis po. No? We noticed that our AirAsia.com online seats reservations up to the first 2 quarters, quarter 1, quarter 2 of 2021 is picking up, including immediate travel. We are also in full control of our Department of Tourism programs as they now announce accepting visitors to Boracay. And hopefully soon, Puerto Princesa, Tagbilaran. As a matter of fact, we have 2 flights now from Boracay, and we hope to increase it very soon to about 3 to 4, moving towards December. We are also in full support, consistently supporting our DOT programs. More than reviving our operations in full capacity, we see the aviation industry as key player to economic recovery. We are still currently facing COVID-19, and this is the wet season in our country. No? So, tuloy-tuloy pa rin, meron kang COVID, may wet season tayo. As a matter of fact, there's a typhoon this coming November 1. On the alert na po ang AirAsia. See, all of these challenges, no? But what is more important to us is what we call the 2 points of surviving is what we call efficiency and innovation. Let's talk about efficiency. AirAsia has successfully implemented a number of cost containment measures to reduce the impact of COVID-19 in our business. Across all AirAsia Group, we share the common goal of putting our people first. Our teams continue to work tirelessly, safely from their homes. Ang dami pa rin ho namin. As a matter of fact, I'm in the office right now, but that's a lean 5 to about 15% in our office. And we think that we also have to continue scrub our budget to focus on necessary spendings. Secondly, let's go to innovation. It's crucial to be hopeful and see the silver lining in any crisis. While commercial flights have been canceled, we shifted perspective and determined other sources of demand for our commercial flights. As mentioned earlier, we have extended our services to all our government units, local government units, and foreign governments. In particular, chartered flights to ferry stranded tourists within the Philippines and abroad. Classic example po, China, no? Ang lakas po ng ating commercial flights China. Ganun din po, no? Mga OFWs natin from Singapore, even as far as India, tuloy-tuloy lang po yan. AirAsia is the leading tech and travel platform company of Asia Pacific is ready for the future. Just last week, AirAsia embarked on a new journey of being more than just an airline. We launched AirAsia.com, a one-stop travel, e-commerce, and fintech platform offering not just airline tickets but other travel, lifestyle, essential products on our super app. And finally, the current situation has also proven the importance of collaboration. AirAsia chairs now the ACAP, Air Carriers Association of the Philippines, a group comprised of major airlines operating in the country. Together, we discussed industry's priorities in lifting not just our sector, but also the local economy. It is through ACAP that we're able to lobby the much needed support from the government. Most recently, as a matter of fact, yung tinatawag po nating Bayanihan 2. No? Nakatulong po yun. Meron po tayong 60 days grace period that we have to move all of our payments to all our private bank loans. Number 2, lahat po as part of the PESA naman, no? Bayanihan 1, meron po tayo mga tinatawag na airport fees that were actually deferred to next year. For AirAsia, we've initiated collaborations with our partners. Another kind of partnership from public now to private. We also would like to build stronger partnerships and alliances with our hotels. Like for example, ito po yung kalolaunch natin ng SNAP o SNAP. It's part of the AirAsia.com app wherein we offer 50% discounts, plane fare, plane seats, and hotels. Classic example, 3 days, 2 nights po ngayon ng Boracay. We're offering as low as 2,800 to 2,000 to about 3,500. 3 days, 2 nights per person. That is what you call building tourism as we support our Boracay or reopening via our SNAP program. We have also set up our CSR programs. Most recently po, nung nag-launch po kami ng Zamboanga and Jensan, we actually brought with us the Liter of Light, a global grassroots movement that uses inexpensive resources to provide solar lighting to people with limited or no access to electricity. At kami po ay masaya at nakatulong po kami starting with our first Liter of Light in a fishing village in Zamboanga. It is an honor to partner with them, transporting solar lighting solutions to areas in the country that needed it most. Collaboration with our partners in the government, fellow local carriers, and our friends in the private sector has proven to be progressive solution. Global aviation bodies such as the IATA, International Air Transport Association, have cited importance of aviation industry in the economy. As a matter of fact, this actually pandemic affected about 543 direct and indirect jobs, manufacturing companies, enterprises that are serving our airline companies. Aviation industry is also intertwined with travel and tourism industry, as well as the logistics industries that connect Philippine archipelago to the rest of the world. A huge 5.5 million Filipino jobs. Imagine, no? The aviation industry has also connected people, culture, businesses across all regions. This has resulted to a multitude of opportunities for each flying guest. AirAsia alone, 160 destinations with a network across Asia, Australia, and the Middle East, including US. I'm very grateful, of course, to the most important asset of AirAsia, our strong 1,000 900 Filipino AirAsia employees for their hard work and dedication, who are the heroes and also our heroes, more importantly, that expands, of course, our support to the frontliners, keeping operations intact, ensuring that all our passengers in all the destinations. This is a great venue for us to collaborate now that we are in need of each other, now that we're supporting all the businesses, our employees, and also the economy. COVID-19 has proven to be a public health crisis. It has induced an economic slump, and while we're still waiting for the vaccine, from the private and public sectors, we have to work together and uplift. Lahat po tayo magtulungan para sa ating bansa. Thank you and good morning to everyone. And this is Ricky Isa at your service. Remember, kung may kailangan lang po tayo sa AirAsia, just go to airasia.com at nandun po lahat from our flight schedules up to our customer service. At huwag niyo kong kalimutan, AirAsia actually is, again, building its business beyond an airline company, because we think that we would like to give you all the contactless solutions in our airasia.com, from hotels, from activities, and at the same time including transport and logistics. So again, maraming salamat, and we are now open for questions, please.
Sir Ricky, that
Hi,
was
Sir
a great
Ricky.
that was a great presentation, Sir Ricky. I saw what a great leadership. You have things covered, di ba, for AirAsia. The plans are in place already. Sir Ricky, may question lang kami kasi nakita ko yung profile mo, napakaganda ng profile, domestic and international experiences. I'm quite sure the MSMEs, the owners who are watching right now, marami hong nanonood ng mga business owners, would like to find out, baka meron kang tips for them in terms of personal leadership. Alam naman natin, this pandemic has affected everybody, not only business, most especially yung personal vitality nila. How are you managing yourself to be more effective in this time of pandemic?
Yep. Okay, I think your question is for what are the best leadership traits, is that correct?
Yeah, probably, yes, sir.
Okay. I think, if you're really leading a company and the next scenario is it's the most affected, one of the most affected in this kind of pandemic, you have to do, I think, 3 things. Now, first of all, always think 3 or 4 steps ahead. Okay? Nung nakita na namin ang Taal eruption impacted on our business as early as January, sabi namin, we didn't expect that Taal volcano would erupt that big, no? So nagplano na kaming kaagad. Until finally we said, for example, hey, wait a minute. And this is what's happening in China, no? Because we already saw it, no? And we actually were monitoring as early as December what was happening in China. And would you believe China Air Carriers Association was the first one to share with them their learnings. So we were 3 steps ahead. As early as January, February, meron na kaming safety protocols on air travel. In short, as a leader, you really have to be very ahead in terms of planning. Don't take things for granted. Pag minakita na kayong nag-i-impact sa air travel o sa inyong negosyo po, already build already the different kinds of scenarios. Worst scenario is the most important. And that's the reason why I think of all the industries in the Philippines, aviation was the first to implement and recommend to IATA, to CAAP, to the Department of Transport. As early as March, we have laid out all our programs. Okay. Number 2, I think what is also important, guys, is the transformation. And the transformation should start from within the organization, right? So kung maliit man ang negosyo nyo, you have to get your team. Kung malaki man ang negosyo, you have to get the team leaders, and then cascade immediately to their one-downs. Transformation is key. So for example, nung nabawasan po kami ng tinatawag naming flights, no, significantly, we were only flying as low as 5% in June or July. No? we trained all our cabin crews to be what you call customer care officers. We gave them the tools. So all of a sudden, we have like 100 to 150 cabin crews taking care of all the customer concerns. See, as the same for example, our air-to-air cargo, now all of a sudden they're doing logistics business, door-to-door deliveries. And to us, when you say when you think of transformation, that's why I think it's also perfect timing that we came out with the fastest and the most progressive for the past pandemic months, what you call the AirAsia.com. So we're now beyond the airline. We're, as a matter of fact, the most progressive. And I'm so humbled to share that with you. AirAsia.com now is really building up fast, as I would say the ASEAN's beyond an airline type of mobile app. And finally, number three is this. No, as a leader, I think you have to share with your team also. For example, no, if you think there's what we call difficult situations in air travel, I myself personally have to go to my barangay, okay, take my rapid test. As a matter of fact, from rapid test now, I'm now taking my PCR test, and just yesterday, I took up my antigen test. No? In short, you have to really do the CX, the customer experience. Get your medical certificates. Get your, what do you call this, travel pass. Kailangan makita po natin yung step-by-step experience ng ating pasaheros or ng ating customers. Up to the time that you did social distancing nung nasa airport ka, may face mask, may face shield, until sumakay ka sa airplane, no? Dala-dala mo lahat ng iyong QR, pag-landing ninyo, there was all the safety protocols of LGUs. In short, experience is very important. And if you're the leader of the company, it is only you who can really see how much you can improve, especially these times, no? All the safety protocols. You really have to experience them yourselves as the leader. So those are the basic three points that I would like to share with you guys. Yep.
Thank you so much,
So,
Sir Ricky. Ano? Yes, thank you so much, Sir Ricky.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I do have a question po, no, Sir Ricky. Ano, I'm sure na everyone na ngayong pandemic na affect po lahat, ano, yung mga business strategies and also maybe you can help po yung ating mga fellow MSMEs or to give them a short advice or reminders po, no, how can they run their business po in the new normal, especially po sa future na parating. So, paano po can they adapt to that change po?
Okay, kasi galing din ako ng consumer, Jaypee, no? I was I was with Coca-Cola Philippines as a brand manager for like 14 years. My first job after college. Wow. I think what is important now, since pandemic tayo, you have to understand your consumers now is more online, right? So I think that's the basic. That's the basic. Number two, if you want to transport, I think that's important. So you have a lot of logistics. So check tayo dyan, right? Number three, I think is what you think will be the most appropriate product as you bring it home or as you deliver it from your production going to your consumer. So it's like farm to table, right? It's like from the sea, nag-catch ka, nag-harvest ka, from farm, it goes to home. So to me, packaging is also very important. You have to maintain packaging as a very important factor of keeping the what do you call this? The quality, the high quality of your product. And of course, I'm a typical marketing person. You have to stand out. Do not copy what the others are doing. No, if the huge majority are into pork siomai, probably you have to come out with other kinds of siomai that are really going to be a standout in the crowd. No? And more importantly, I think is pricing. Kasi lahat ngayon ng tao nagtitipid, no? Siguro marami sa atin medyo may pay cut pa nga eh, no? So, remember, pricing is also key. But of course, hindi ko po ganong kabisado ang mga small and medium industries, but I think whatever, pricing is still key. Probably you'll do some changes in your ingredients but still maintain your quality, no? Or changes in the way you deliver your service but still maintain the high quality. So those are just my basic lang, JP.
Thank you so much po, Sir Ricky, for the very wonderful answers. I think we have a question po for our viewers. Sir Jeff, would you like to read it po?
Yeah, thank you, Sir Ricky, for being
Thank you
so
very
generous in
Jeff,
terms of sharing. Last question, Sir Ricky, kasi minsan lang ito. Sulit-sulitin na namin. Meron question from our audience, Miss Angeline Mariano. Ito yung question niya. What are the mistakes business owners should avoid when communicating to their customers?
Communicating, no? Advertising.
Oo. Wag daw yung i-avoid daw ng mga business owners.
Okay, let me see, no? Ako nakikita ko naman is kasi dapat social media, no? You have to communicate visually, I think. Visual is very important. Alam mo, ang daming nagbi-business kayo because I'm a social media person. I have my own IG and Facebook account, no? It's very visual. Pag nakuha mo kaagad yung customer mo, potential customer mo visually, I think you're almost like 50% already sold, no? And then afterwards is your product and of course your pricing and the rest, no? That is in terms of advertising. Guys, I think you really have to be very visually appealing. To me, that's very basic. Yun lang.
Terrific.
Yep. Thank you, Jeff.
Sir Ricky, thank you for your time. We are so honored and privileged, and I'm quite sure marami natutunan. And there are a lot of good news that AirAsia has prepared. I'm so excited to fly. My family is so excited to fly, and we hope for the best for AirAsia and for all of us.
Yep.
You might want to leave a message.
Yes. Salamat, Jeff, no? Mag-advertise lang ako ng konti. I know you guys have a lot of followers, no, and subscribers. Kasi ang AirAsia ngayon is focused on pricing. Pre-COVID prices were even higher, no? Now we're even promoting a lot of advanced booking. Do you know that, for example, right now, this week pa lang, no, yung Halloween treat namin, you can book one-way Manila to Katiklan for your Boracay trip for as low as about 800, 900 pesos. And many, many other destinations, no? And if you book until Sunday, don't forget, you can book and travel as far as you can, no? Ito po yung tinatawag naming advanced booking for 2021. Pwede na ho kayo lumipad ngayon to Boracay and other provinces. And you can still book now but fly later, which is towards June of 2021. So that's just my message. And to all our Filipinos na nakikinig ngayon na sasakay at pupunta sa airport at nakabook kayo, suggestion po, bago kayo pumunta, check the website, no, ng inyong mga airlines, airasia.com. Talaga bang kompleto na ang mga documents natin, no? Yung medical certificate. Kailangan kompleto rin po yung tinatawag na travel pass. At higit sa lahat, check niyo po yung mga LGUs. Nandun po yung guidelines. Kailangan ba natin ng RT-PCR? So, huwag kayong pupunta na hindi ho kompleto. And more importantly, pag hindi ho magandang pakiramdam nyo, i-postpone nyo na lang ho yung biyahe ninyo. And don't forget, when you fly, up to that landing point, dala-dala ninyo yung inyong alcohol, face mask, face shield, and make sure, because of our HEPA filters, you are very safe, 99.9% clean po ang air ng ating mga aircrafts. Yun lang po.
Thank you, Sir Ricky, for joining us for this morning session. We are so privileged again, and there are a lot of good news, and we are so excited to fly. Thank you again for your time. I know you have a meeting pa, sabi ng iyong secretary, and we're so thankful. So thank you po, Sir Ricky.
Thank you, Sir Ricky.
Bye-bye po. Sir Jaypee,
Okay,
meron
Sir
kaya
Jeff.
tang assignment pa at good news, so iiwan na lang kita dyan.
Yes, all right. Of course, at dahil na-interrupt tayo, nagkaroon tayo ng konting technical difficulties earlier para sa ating reseller segment. Let me call on po our guest for our reseller segment, Marivic Ortega po of Momilo Mio Products po.
Hi, JP.
Hi, Miss Marivic. How are you?
Olegario. Hindi Ortega.
Olegario, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Let me correct po,
Sorry about-
Marivic Olegario po.
Yes, sorry about earlier. Magkaroon ng technical problem with I don't know where kung ano niya. Yeah, hi, I'd like to greet everyone again in Bayanihan Forum, and thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you so much, Miss Marivic, for being here po with us today. Naalala ko when we first met, I think that was last year po, together with Sir George and sa Happy Bootcamp sa Rizal. It's a long
Yes.
time na. Ang dami na nangyari, nagka-pandemic na at lahat. And of course, and I heard meron daw po kayong products to be resell po of the Momilo Mio.
Yeah, ever since when the lockdown happened, no, so there was no kasi alam naman ninyo or na kwento ko before na we used to be very active in bazaars, in weekend bazaars, but then so that's where we sell our products every weekend. But then after that, since the lockdown, so we haven't been to the bazaars anymore. So there's no way to sell our products but online. And then aside from online selling, so we'd want to, kasi ang objective din namin is we want our products to be in part of every home. So we we were open to resellers, and surprisingly during the lockdown, ang daming mga resellers who were interested to resell our products. So now, so we're concentrated on accepting resellers. So to help us also the distribution of our products to our customers.
No, napakaganda, Miss Marivic. Naalala ko, Miss Marivic, nung bata pa ako, yung tita ko lagi siya may dala-dala na product ng Momilo Mio, yung cheesecake pie. Favorite ko yan.
Talaga? Oo.
Yes,
Dami nga namin customers na mga palaging may memories of their childhood about the cheese pie.
Tama, Miss Marivic. So, yun dun sa ating mga products po na i-resell ngayon, may we know more po, ano po ba yung mga products available to be resell po?
Yes, aside from our cheese pie, the cheese pies are really best-selling product. So we also have a chocolate version of this, the chocolate walnut pie, and then we also have, another best-seller is this the red velvet crinkles. Yan yung talagang madaming nagre-resell sa amin, the cheese pie and the red velvet. Aside from that, also our other products also are being ordered by our resellers. Ito yung mga customers nila. Gusto rin yung butter garlic sticks. It's a crunchy bread stick. And then we have the chocolate crinkles. And then we also have yama cake for if you have occasion or yung mga pang-merienda. Yun, some cakes, and there's also a yama cake. And this is the chocolate walnut pie, yung parang chocolate version of the cheese pie. If you're not a cheese lover, so if you're just a chocolate lover, so we have a chocolate version of naman for our customers. And then this is the latest. This was an ECQ project, our Entemada. So now, we're offering it also to our customers.
Ang dami pong products, Miss Marivic. Nang po, Miss Marivic, for example, I'm gonna be a reseller and I want to be a reseller of Momilo Mio, no? How much po yung approximately na kikitain ko, and magkano ba yung dapat kong bilhin na items or yung mga supplies?
We usually have a minimum of 30 not just one product, assorted products. You can choose any of our products. It can be the cheese pie, it can be with the red velvet crinkles. So that's assorted. Those are the assortment of the products. So you can choose any of those for 30 pieces. So and then you get 20%, almost 20% discount from our selling SRP price. So there.
Okay. So Miss Marivic, yun dun sa nabanggit sa 30 products, mga approximately magkano kaya yung mga kailangan kong ilabas na cash, and magkano kaya yung makikitain?
Mga nasa around 4,000, 4,500, around that much. That's based on the cheese pie if you're selling. That's based on the cheese pie if you're selling all cheese pies. But the other products are lower. They have lower prices than the cheese pie. So, someday will be mga 4,000, 4,250 yun.
Very
that's
affordable pala, no, Miss
very
Marivic.
affordable, yes. And mabilis naman siyang, it's very easy to sell. Especially we also advertise our products online. So we usually have, coming from our resellers, our feedbacks from our resellers, and sinasabi nila, it's very easy to resell our product kasi nga, one, madami nang may kilala, and also our customers in the weekend bazaars kasi, they're looking for it. And then yun, pag nalaman nilang meron reseller near, and also inaano din namin if we have customers who call us up and then they ask us where our products are available, so we just give the contact numbers of our reseller where they're in their location.
Wow, ang galing, Miss Marivic, ano. Now, ngayon po, let's go naman po dun sa profit, ano. Mga approx kaya ilang % ang kikitain ni reseller?
We give them around 20%.
Wow, that's a good, Oo,
Yeah,
maganda din kitaan. That's 20% sa good deal, ano. Especially sa mga reseller, sa bahay ka lang naman, you just have to
Yes.
upload on
Work
social
from home
media.
moms. Yes, yung mga moms or mga displaced na mga workers from the because of the pandemic. So, yun, we have so many mga ganyang resellers na nawala ng work, and they while looking for or waiting for them to be to get a new job, so they resell our products. So it's also a help parang for them to for during this pandemic.
Napakagaling po, Miss Marivic. Now, would you like to invite po our viewers to become a reseller of the Momilo Mio?
Yeah, for those who are interested to be our reseller, they can just message us in our Facebook page. It's Momilo Mio. The one with, kasi meron, some of our distributors, they also use the name of Momilo Mio, and then kung saan area sila. But the official one is the one with the M logo. And then you just message us if you're interested to become a reseller, and then we'll just get your contact number, and then we'll also so that we can discuss to you our how to become our reseller.
Okay, all right. Napakagaling po. Thank you so much po, Miss Marivic. Please do stay on us here po in our show po, and we'd like to do a shout out po kay Ma'am kay Ma'am Marcy po. She's watching. Yan po, magandang
hello,
umaga.
Marcy. Hello, very supportive ang aming DTI provincial director, ang aming Queen Mother.
Yes.
To all the MSMEs of Rizal yan lahat. Oo. Very
Tama po. Yes po. And we have also po Sir Eric, and let me call po my co-host Sir Jeff Chua.
Hello, Sir Jaypee and Miss Marivic. How are you?
Sir Jeff, how are you?
Ang daming good news ngayon And
Sir
of course,
Hi,
Sir
Miss Marivic. How are you?
Hello,
Kamusta
I'm
po
good
kayo?
po.
Great to see you, and great to hear your products are doing well.
Yes,
and your
thank
reselling
you.
market is very vibrant. Sir Jeff, yan yung sinasabi ko sa iyo kanina. While the global scene is, telling us a different picture, we at the ground, as far as pagkausap mo kami ni Sir George, we're moving. Ito, kwento ni Miss Marivic, kwento mo ng Cyclehouse, kwento ng Rite, at kwento ng mga kasama natin. We are actually moving. And great to see you, Miss Marivic.
Yes, sir, that's true.
And the product
kami sa inyo to become a reseller.
Oo nga eh.
Actually now we're very busy na din kami ngayon. And then actually kaya ka din kanina na delay ako kasi maybe it's because of the holiday for this weekend, no. So ang daming naghahabol and our production is full. Mostly for resellers. Daming naghahabol na resellers who are who want to get our products for their customers who are ordering from them from different areas.
Galing. Nice to know.
Yes.
All right. Sir JP, we're about to end our session, but I think meron ka pang assignment.
Yes, tama, Sir Jeff. Actually, it's a ritual po ng ating Bayanihan Forum, no? Each one of us, our guests po, even us, the co-hosts po, we get to give po yung ating mga natutunan po sa ating mga and advices po to our fellow MSNEs po. Let's me call on po our ating mga guests, si Miss Carol Chuaying and si Ma'am Marivic Olegario po. Okay, all right. Now po, ang ating po, mga advices po, you can give po to our fellow MSNEs po. Let's start po with Ma'am Carol po.
Nakamute kayo, Ma'am Carol.
Nakamute po ata kayo, Ma'am Carol.
Hi! One of the advice is make sure when on Zoom, hindi ka nakamute. So anyway, I think one of the things that really inspires me is we keep going. So walang sumuko. Lahat tayo is always initiative. We're always trying. Parang risk taker na tayo lahat. And I think one of the most important is always be positive and do good. Parang be a blessing. Parang in this time when we're all in this together, let's help one another. Parang wag na tayo maging trouble. There's a lot of trouble, but if we're here to help each other out and to really encourage one another, bless one another, we will win this together. So yun sa akin. So if you have a friend who is selling a product, bibili tayo. Pero we really just encourage each other. Kasi alam mo yun kami when we started our business, sobrang discouraging kasi talagang walang gustong bumili and nobody really know what the technology was, the UVC. Sobrang takot sila. But one friend or one person that just said, uy, okay yan. Parang sige, bibili ako. Hindi nga humingi ng libre. Kasi tayo, diba, parang there's a lot of us feel like free or we sometimes want to take advantage. But if it's just to help one, parang we can go a long way. So yun sa akin. Parang my advice is let's be a blessing and let's help each other. And always parang be that light to somebody. So thank you very much.
Alright, nakaganda Ma'am Carol. Let's be the light. Ang ganda po nun yung line na po yun. Now, let's go po to Ma'am Marivic po.
Yeah, siguro during this time of pandemic, for us entrepreneurs or business owners, we have to continue to be passionate about our business. Kasi wala namang ibang magiging who will run our business but us. No? So, and then we also have employees who need us, and so we just have to rethink about everything, to go back to our purpose, why are we doing this business, and then with that we will continue to move forward, and yun magiging and you just notice that everything will run perfectly for your business.
Thank you so much po, Ma'am Marivic. I will go next naman po. Now po, we are in the pandemic po. Marami po yung nangyayari. But just think of this po, being in the present po, it just means focusing on what is happening po right now. And we just have to appreciate the gifts that we are being offered po each day because the present po is a precious gift and we use that precious gift po to get a better future po. Now po, maraming salamat po. Now let's call on po my co-host ko, Jeff.
Jaypee, I enjoyed co-hosting this program with you. And I've learned a lot from our resource person, and there are some great products that our viewers can buy. Sa akin, ang pinaka-learning for me is yung preparation ng AirAsia. We all know heavily affected ang airlines, but you can see Sir Ricky, he still has yung vitality, laban pa rin. So makikita natin, it confirms that great leaders will be always there to fight it out. Sa akin, may suggestion lang to our audience is that I hope and pray itong mga challenges that we are encountering at the end of the day will be meaningful to us. Meaningful to us that we know we tested ourselves that we can always come back stronger. So yun yung pinaka-learning ko kasi we all know the airline industry has been so much challenges nowadays pero laban lang talaga. So yun po yung aking mensahe rin.
Thank you so much, Sir Jeff po. Now, let's call na po our chairman, Eric Caeg. Kayo na rin po, Sir Eric, ang mag-extra po.
Alright, so maraming salamat po. No? Our panelists here have already expressed the key learnings for today. And sa akin po, message ko, let's keep the Lord at the center of our families, the center of our business, the center of our hope, our confidence that all of these will come to pass. And while we are facing the best 2 months of 2020, let's make it the best 2 months. Christmas is here, holiday season is here. Let's make it good for our families, for our business, for our employees. I know pandemic is still around, but then again, gaya po ng sinabi natin, kumakanta na po ang mga Pilipino ng Christmas song. However hard our situation will be, alam natin ang Pilipino magiging masaya kahit papano. So sa ngalan po ng ating lead convener ng Bayanihan, George Winnicky, the members of all the associations who are involved in Bayanihan, the board members of AFFI, I would like to thank our viewers and our panelists. Maraming salamat po sa inyo at magkita po ulit tayo sa isang linggo. Have a safe day and God bless all of us. Thank you, Jaypee. Thank you, Sir Jeff. Thank you, Miss Carol. And thank you, Ma'am Marivic.
Bye!
And thank you, technical team. Maraming salamat sa mga technical nerds natin. Walang kasawa-sawa. Wala pong tulog yung mga yan. Okay, so siya rin ang kukuha ng picture natin. At hindi ako marunong mag-picture dito. Okay. Rain, are you there?
Incluyan natin sa Panginoon na pagpalain ng negosyo na ito, maging sentro nawa, okay, ng negosyo pagdating sa mga motor parts and bicycle parts.
The World Health Organization has addressed how the invisible enemy that has been proven to be most damaging are ultrafine particles called PM1. Dust, smoke, bacteria and viruses, these belong to the PM1 category. When inhaled, they could penetrate the lungs, enter the bloodstream and cardiovascular system. It could even spread to other organs, potentially causing deadly diseases: heart attack, lung cancer, dementia, emphysema, edema. Prevent these illnesses by eliminating PM1 from the air you breathe. Introducing the UV Care Super Air Cleaner Pro, your reliable device that detects, filters, and gets rid of PM1 around you in real time. To trap and remove airborne pollutants, its advanced H13 medical grade HEPA filter gets to work, providing the highest level of efficiency. With superior UVC technology, it can effectively kill bacteria and viruses before the purified air is released back to the environment. The UV Care Super Air Cleaner Pro offers one of the highest clean air delivery rates at a air faster and is able to cover a large area. Provide safer and cleaner air with a Pro that can effectively eliminate airborne threats to our health. UV Care Super Air Cleaner Pro. Powerful, purifying performance.
Basta't nandyan ka, may pag-asa, dahan-dahan sa
Kailangan nating talunin tong pandemic na to.
Kailangan lumaban eh. Na kailangan may gawin.
I'm not going to be part of that 40% that will not survive, and that's it.
muling susulong, pwede pang mangarap.
There's still a drop of life, then I'm gonna hold on to that and I'm gonna keep it alive.
Even just buying one mask na 35 pesos, it's like we dance for joy.
Kung nag-umpisa ka na, sana may bumili ng tinda ko, parang back to basic ako.
Doon mo ma-feel na, okay, may pag-asa pala.
For the sake of the Filipinos, we just have to give it a fight, di ba?
Pwede pang